Well, Tanzania has raised its estimate of recoverable natural gas reserves by 15% to 33 trillion cubic feet following recent big discoveries offshore. Joining us on the line for more on this now is Apronius Mbilinyi. He's an economist at the Economic and Social Research Foundation. Thanks so much, Apronius, for joining us on the line this afternoon. Of course, that outlining just some of the potential we're looking at in terms of gas reserve over in Tanzania right now. Take us through where forecasts sit as far as contribution to GDP that this sector of the economy can make.
Yeah, there has been a lot of discoveries in Tanzania. As you know, at the moment, we have more than 6 discoveries that has really assisted the country in substituting from the hydro which we used to have it to the current natural gas. And there are more than 40 industries connected to natural gas. So they produce using natural gas. That has been a very key contribution to the economy. But the biggest challenge is that that has not translated into a low price of goods and services in the country. But again, the issue of investment, country investment, in terms of locals investing in natural gas, that has not been done much in terms of sensitizing more people to be involved in investing in natural gas.
Why is that the case, and why haven't locals been as involved as they perhaps should be within this sector?
Yeah, the biggest challenge, as you know, the historical background of the country. This is the country that comes from the social command economy, where the government used to do everything, while the private sector was not big enough to contribute in the economy. So now we are embarking to the private sector, which is the engine of growth. So the private sector is still very, very immature in the country. So we need maybe to sensitize more local citizens to invest more, and more importantly, make more people study natural gas. We have very few professionals who studied natural gas in the country. So we are lacking the resources in terms of human resources, and we also lack people or private sector that can really invest in the natural gas sector, so that the country can benefit.
Of course, that's opened up the opportunity, Apronius, for foreign investors to come into the space in a very big way. We've seen a very big foreign investor interest and activity within this sector. But spooking investors a little bit on that front has been this proposal floated that all licenses on oil and gas exploration should be suspended for at least 10 years to enable the country to develop internal capacity to handle this fast-growing sector. Your response to that proposal that's now been put on the table?
Yeah, that's a great proposal. It is good, but not much has been done to sensitize more people to invest in the sector in terms of capacity and, again, the capital aspect. The private sector is still immature. So what we need to sensitize more people to be involved. And, again, the transparency in terms of the international contracts. The contracts, they are not transparent. We don't know what is happening. At the moment, we don't see much in terms of prices of electricity and power going down because of these discoveries.
So, Apronius, how good can a proposal like this really be if you don't have the internal capacities to leverage off the opportunity this new find can have on the economy? How good can it be to then, spook and scare away foreign investors who perhaps do have the expertise to leverage, so that the Tanzanian government can leverage off this resource when it comes to economic growth moving forward?
That's a biggest challenge for the country. That's why I'm saying and advising the government to probably think of how to build the capacities for the local to explore these kind of opportunities. As you know, the private sector is very, very immature. We need to build it, and so that we have that win-win situation we are talking about. The investors should get their fair share, while the locals get their fair share as well. So we really need to maybe advise the government or press it to really make sure Tanzanians benefit. And more importantly is the issue of having transparent in the contracts they make with the foreign investors, because we have seen in the past in the mining sector, gold, diamonds, the contracts, they are not transparent. As a result, the country is not benefiting. The win-win situation is not there. So we really need to probably advise the government to do that, make sure the country really benefits. And even civil societies, they need to come in to press the government to do what is supposed to be done so that the country benefits.